Welcome back to another episode in this series of expensive mistakes that I have made in my life. Not all the mistakes on this list have had a huge financial impact on my life. This one wasn't a mistake, so to speak. It didn't cost a lot of money, but it taught me a very valuable lesson. I was about 6 years old when I learnt this lesson, and it stuck with me all the way through my life. We were at a school carnival, fete, end of term, whatever you want to call it, but it was a school event where all people from the school, like the students, the teachers, the parents, we all had a big night there. There was like music and barbecues and all sorts of good stuff going on. But the thing I remember most was there was a tractor with a trailer and bales of hay on the back, and for 20 cents, you could jump on the back of the trailer and go for a tractor ride around the school property. Now, I'd asked my dad, and I remember asking him several times, every time it went past, "Dad, can I have 20 cents to go on the tractor? Dad, can I have 20 cents to go on the tractor?" And eventually he gave me the 20 cents. So off I went with my 20 cents, got in the line, ready for my tractor ride. Now, there were some bigger kids there, and one of them said, "I don't have any money to go on the tractor ride." And he's sort of asking everybody, "Anybody got 20 cents? Anybody got 20 cents? And I started to feel bad for this kid, even as a 6-year-old. And I said, "I've got 20 cents. And he was grateful. He said, "Thank you very much." And he got on the tractor, and I went back to the picnic area where my parents were. And I show up, and Dad asked me naturally, "I thought you were going on a tractor ride." And I said, "Well, there was another kid there who didn't have 20 cents and he really wanted to go on the tractor ride." So I gave him my 20 cents. And my dad just sort of nodded and didn't say anything. So the next words out of my mouth were, "Can I have another 20 cents? And he just looked at me and he said, "No." And I'm like, "Why not?" He said, "I gave you 20 cents. You could have been on the tractor, but you decided to give it to somebody else. Now they're on the tractor and you're back here." And, I probably continued on like, "Come on, Dad, just give me another 20 cents in my 6-year-old way. And he refused. He said, "No, I gave you the money. You had 20 cents. Your choice was to give it away. Now that kid's on the tractor. He's having a good time and you're not." Now, at the time, I thought my dad was just the biggest arsehole in the world. I'm like, 20 cents, prick. Can't even give me 20 cents, another 20 cents. But over time, I realised what he was doing. He was putting a value on his money. He'd worked hard for that money. 20 cents, $200, $2,000, $20,000, $50, whatever you want to, whatever the value is, but every single cent had a value. He had to go to work to earn that 20 cents. It wasn't until I started working and somebody else that didn't have a job would say, "Oh, buy me a can of Coke." And then I started to say, "Well, why don't you get a job and go and buy yourself a can of Coke? Why do I have to buy you a can of Coke?" "Well, you've got a job, you work, you've got the money, give it to me. Can't I have a can of Coke?" And eventually I started saying no, because I started to put value on the money that I'd earned. So all this story didn't cost me anything. Well, it cost me a tractor ride, something that I really wanted to go on when I was 6, but I still remember the lesson to this day. Value your money. Put a value on your time. Put a value of what you went through to earn that money. So although that 20 cents wasn't mine to lose, I missed out on something much more valuable. I missed out on going on that tractor ride. Who knows, I probably wouldn't remember the tractor ride now, 40 years later or 39 years later. But I remember that lesson that my dad taught me. So that's it, a nice short, sharp one, and I'll see you in the next one.